Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I wanted to come this morning and give you a little morning inspiration as the sun is rising this morning. Um, so it may get a little overheated. That's why I put on my glasses, and they're already beginning to transition from that sun. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Um, I'm sitting on my back porch, so you may hear the vehicles riding by. So I will try to be as quick as possible so you won't be um, distracted by all of the background noise. But I wanted to just share something with you guys. I had a dream a few nights ago, and I wanted to kind of talk to you all about that because I feel like it just needs to be shared. So, in my dream, my daughter, she's a um, teenager, she's 18. She actually was running from this lady, and she came to me in my dream, and she told me about someone was chasing her, and I saw the lady, but it's kind of fuzzy, so I can't really make her out now. But when she came to me and told me that this lady was chasing her, so I led her out the back door somehow and into a field, and she was getting ready to go one way, and I told her, no, let's go the back way, let's go the long way around. So I led her in a field, and we were walking through this field or running through this field to get away from this lady. And as we continued to go through the field and cross through that, I could see the end of the road where it led to safety, or the end of the field. And but as we got closer to the field, my daughter was no longer a teenager, capable of running and fleeing on her own, with me guiding her. I now was carrying her on my hip as an infant, and she became maybe like a 2 or 3 year old. Not really like a infant, but a 2 or 3 year old, and she was on my hip, and I was carrying her, and the field turned into a muddy, sticky substance. So it was very sticky. It was hard for me to maneuver, but I just kind of kept picking my legs up real high, picking my feet up real high, to get through this muddy, sticky substance. And she was clinging on to me, and we made it through on the other side of the field, through that muddy, sticky, clean substance, and we made it to safety. And I started thinking about how um, it's good for our children to know that there is safety in our parents, with their parents. It's good for them to know that they can come to us when they need help. It's good for them to know that, just stay under the covering of your parents, be obedient to your parents, and we have your best interests at heart, and we will lead you all to safety. So it's always good to know that you can rely on your parents. But I also began to look at it as something a little bit more spiritual, and I was led to Psalms 91, and I wanted to kind of use that as my base, and I would just use the whole entire book of Psalms 91. So you can go back and study that when you have time, but I just kind of want to touch bases with you. And Psalms 91 is talking about safety. There's safety abiding in the presence of God. So just like there was safety with me as her mom, covering her, we also need to teach our children that there's the true safety lies in God, letting God be your covering. So Psalms 91 talks about, he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence, and He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in the darkness, nor of the destruction that I lay waste at noonday. And it goes on to talk about how he shall give the angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways, and just kind of read through all of those scriptures. But basically, that book of 91, Psalms 91, is just talking about God, being in the presence of God. He's being your covering, your ultimate covering. Just give your life to God, and know that there's safety with abiding in the presence of God. Just knowing that that God is gonna protect you, and that's all you have to do. Just give your life over to Him. Allow Him to continue to be your spiritual guidance, be your head, be your covering. And just like you are being obedient to your parents, your children are being obedient to you. That is my prayer. My prayer is also for you, or for we as parents, to teach our children to allow God to also be the head of their life and be their covering, because without God it's impossible. And without faith it's impossible to please God. Without Him being in our lives, we ultimately will fail. And it's as simple as them relying on us for help and strength. It's just that simple to rely on God. So let's teach our kids this morning. That's my morning inspiration. Teach our children to lean on God, because sometimes there may be times that we as parents will not be here for our children, and we may have to. There may be times where we may have to step back and not even do anything for our kids. Once we have trained them, they may be alone. They may find themselves in a situation where it would just be them and God, and they need to know how to lean on Him, how to go to Him, how to pray to Him to get the answers that they need, how to seek His face. And they're going to need to know how to do that. So it's good for them to lean on us, but teach your children how to lean on God as well. So I just wanted to share that with you. That is my morning inspiration. And I just wanted to, kind of just share my dream with you. You can kind of decipher through that dream a lot of different ways, both in the natural as well in the spiritual. So just dwell on that this morning, and let's dwell on God being our covering, and let's dwell on as we go into the new year. Yes, today is December the 31st. We have a few more hours until the new year come upon us. So let's just go into the new year knowing that God is our covering, God is our protector, God is our provider, and Him and only Him will be able to get us through. Now this sun doesn't know what it wants to do. It's going up and down. It's been raining a little bit here, so but I'm gonna get off, and I just kind of wanted to just come and share, give you that morning inspiration on today, and let you know that I hope you have a blessed and safe day, and going into the new year. And just remember that inspiration this morning. Just know that there's safety in abiding in the presence of God. Amen. Amen. All right, you all be blessed. Love you guys. Bye-bye.